Hello everyone, Shibby Swag here with something a little new. This is DCS Digital Combat Simulator by Eagle Dynamics. I'm sure some, if not most of you, have heard of this game. It is a full-on flight simulator. It, as you can see down here, has what you call modules. Now each one of these modules is an independent plane or set that you can purchase, including maps. So you got Normandy, so I got Persian Gulf, just all different level of aircraft you can get. So right now I have a training fighter 51. I haven't purchased the actual P-51D yet. I actually got the 109. Got the Sukhoi 25, the Mirage 2000, the Flaming Cliffs 3 sets from back in the day. That's got the F-15, MiG-29, you know, Sukhois, all that good stuff. Got the Hornet. There's the 109. But today we're going to be dealing with the hardest of them all, and that's the A10C. I must have watched God knows how many hours of tutorials on how to master this plane, and I still don't even have it all down. But we are going to do a Let's Play of it, and that Let's Play is going to be the campaign. So we have, looks like we have two of the same. I guess maybe one's a little bit more difficult than the other. A10C Stromovic. What is that, from like IL-2 Stromovic? Let's see here. I intend actually to do each and every single one of these, so I hope that's going to be interesting. And let's go with the Georgian hammer with CA, whatever, I don't know, maybe that's with California, who knows. Here, let's go ahead and read off the description here of the situation. So for the second time in the beginning of the 21st century, Georgia has been invaded and occupied by an invading Russia. Although ostensibly for humanitarian reasons to support ethnic Russians, the true cause of appears to be more than re-establishing of Russia's southern flank against its southern neighbor Turkey. Unlike its first instance, though, Georgia is now a member of NATO and has pleaded with other NATO members to remove Russian forces from its territory. To date, only the United States has responded with the modest contributions of the 52nd Fighter Wing A10Cs and F-16CJs. I don't know what the heck the J is. Maybe that's a typo. Maybe they meant to put F-16C, apostrophe S. I don't know. And elements of the Seventh Corps. God, my Roman numerals. Forgot all my Roman numerals. Russian advances today have been swift and decisive, and they are now only 46 kilometers north of the remaining Georgian stronghold at Batumi. Russian forces are currently gathering forces around Kobaleti prior to their final push south. Advanced Russian forces are mostly comprised of older T-72 and BMP-2 armor, but more advanced systems have been detected moving towards the front. Not expecting NATO intervention, Russian air defenses and top cover are light at this time, and Russian close air support is minimal. 7th Corps elements are currently dug in between Chakva and Kobaleti in a blocking position and are using the rough topography to the east to cover the eastern flank and the Black Sea to cover the western flank. Their 52nd Fighter Wing is based out of Batumi, providing short flight times to the FEBA. Assuming U.S. forces can halt the Russian advance, the follow-on goal will be to push the north and expel Russian forces out of Georgia. You will be spearheading this effort as a pilot of the 81st Fighter Squadron. You and your fellow A10C pilots will play a pivotal role in this campaign teamed by NATO as Operation Georgian Hammer. Alright, well, let's get on to it. Alright, first mission. Objective, none. Oh, yeah. That's easy. Assault mission planner for why is it like start off? I don't know. Alright, so our task is combat air search. 2 sidewinders. That's like an ALQ-131. That's a jammer, and ALQ Lightning. That's a target TGP targeting pod. But it looks like this is just a intro. It says familiarization flight FAM. Navigate waypoints. Become familiar with the local airspace and landmarks. Bullseye, that's the coordinates for our bullseye. Consult mission planner for payload navigation and forces locations. Known threats, got some AAA, ZU-23s, Urals, trucks, BTRs. That's just basic Russian equipment, looks like. Temperature, plus 20 degrees. cloud cover, base 1900. Alright, turbulence, virtually none. Alright, let's start her up. Now, I don't know if this is going to be what you call a cold start. In short, you got to start the plane from scratch, which is oh, there goes my track IR, sorry. I've got to adjust this for a second. Alright, there we go. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Oh, it looks like it is going to be a cold start. Okay, so we got a...
Good morning, sir, and welcome to Georgia. Here at Batumi, the 52nd Air Wing's Hogs and Vipers will be located. It's not a huge base, but it should serve our purposes for now. This morning we'll do a FAM flight of the local area so you can get acquainted with the airspace and the landmarks. Once you take off, I'll be right behind you.
Yay! I'm guessing... So I'm going to be number 1 in the flight, and that's the number 2 guy right there that was just talking. Okay, we got to start this baby up. So I guess this will be a quick little overview of the ramp start procedures. At least you guys will get that in. I'm assuming this is probably going to be maybe a 45-minute to an hour video, is what most of my things are. Alright, so first thing we need to do, turn the battery on. Second thing, we need to get this inverter up. That's going to provide internal power to help get the engines going. We got to get our alternating current generators. Those will kick on once the engines turn on. I just like doing everything like on one side so I don't have to go back and forth. Alright, turn our oxygen on. Turn our heater on. If we get high enough and it starts to get cold up there. Okay, next we're going to come over here to this panel. APU start. This is going to start our internal generator. So you can hear the engines cranking up there. While we're over here on this panel, we're going to turn our fuel pumps on. Once this little puppy right here, this is our APU percentage. Once that hits 100%. Now some keys you won't be seeing me push or buttons or things like that because I have some keys mapped to my task. God, why is it lagging so bad? I'm getting like 60 frames per second. I don't know what the heck's going on. Okay, so our APU is spooled up. We're going to turn our fuel pumps on. Sure I'm not forgetting anything. No, we're good. Okay. We're going to turn our APU generator on. Now we're going to start spooling up our engines. So engines start to the right. See that little nozzle right there ticking forward. And also look back here, you see our engine spooling up. Can only start one engine at a time because the APU cannot handle it. Okay, should be at rev by now. There's our warning light. That master caution is just indicating that we're running on internal power right now and that we don't need the APU generator. So we can go ahead and hit that off. Alright, first engine's at power. Here comes the second one. Start to see it spool up. Okay, engine's coming on. Let's go ahead and get our navigation systems up. These is the CDU and EGI for navigational. We're going to go ahead and get our systems up. We're going to leave the laser on. We don't need a laser right now. Let's get our MFDs fired up. And turn our anti-skid light on while we're over here. Okay, CDU is running a test. The CDU right here is basically where we can input all our navigations, waypoints, mark points that we need to for targeting. all the fun stuff like that. So as you can see, the A10 is definitely a beast in its own respect. Got our ejection seat armed. MFDs are still popping up. Alright. DMS inventory, yeah, I know. Okay, this is where we're going to load all of our systems. Alright, right now our plane is aligning. This takes about 4 minutes to align, and it's done in tenths. So once this hits 4, and it's going to be a countdown from 8.0 to 0.8, so when that reads 4.0 at 0.8, we will be aligned, and we can go ahead and just tack on that nav button right there. So all in all, from startup to ready to taxi should take no more, if you've done it enough times, about 5 minutes, 6 at the most. Alright, now that our aircraft is all spooled up, we're going to set our pitch and roll trims. Or yeah, pitch ASA, and we're going to hold down this little button right here. That's going to set down our takeoff trim. We hold that for about 2 to 3 seconds. Okay, that should be set. We got to get our radios up, which is probably something I should have done while the generator was on. Because now we got to request a startup, but we're already started up, so it makes it doesn't really make that big of a difference. We got 3 main radios here. We got our VHS, we got our UHF, and we got our VHF backup. So to turn those on, what I just did right now is you hit select it from DF to TR, that's for transmit. Select off to main. Go preset that one. And same with this radio right here, you just hit that over to transmit. Okay, we're almost ready to go now. We're just waiting for that to align. There's once it's done, we gotta switch from, if you could get behind a control stick right here, this is satellite navigation right here, the HARS. We gotta switch it over to EGI, that's our internal navigation once this is ready. Because there's 2 little switches back here. I'll see if I can get to them. On the throttle, this is the EAC. Can't remember exactly what the hell that means, and our radar altimeter. So once we have those 2 switches off, the last of our warning panel will disappear. But let me go ahead and, go ahead and contact a tower. To me. Request startup.
Request startup.
Oh, right. Also our RWR system, our ECM. You have 4 modes right here. You have standby, manual for manual release. You have semi for semi-manual, semi-auto, and you have full auto. So whenever your I only said canopy. I saw the canopy right here. Whenever you're locked on and your countermeasures will automatically disperse. So right now we're just going to have it for manual. And then we got to set them on by hitting these switches. There goes the RWR. And if we need, I just plop some off right there. That was a fun little fireworks show. And we have also different programs we can set in here. We can also go in here and, I forgot what switch it was. There we go. We can change different programs for different settings. How many times we want it, what's the interval, how many chaff and flare we want. So we'll get into that later. Like I said, this isn't exactly a walkthrough tutorial. Oh, okay, and we are ready to align. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring the CDU up here. It's the same thing as a repeater page, so I don't have to keep looking down at the damn thing. So we hit nav, okay. Change over to EGI. Up our EAC and our altimeter, and we are good to go. Gotta change our master mode. So let's make the HUD center point of interest by hitting Coolie switch up and then changing our different master modes. There we go to nav. And let's go ahead and change our waypoint to waypoint 1. Okay, let's go ahead and request. I think we gotta move first. Let me bring down the canopy. Last but not least, canopy, close. Here she comes down. Alright, let's get our joystick. Got our nose wheel steering. There we go, steering engaged. Alright, let's give her a little power. There we go. Start taxiing out to the runway. Request takeoff.
Hog 1-1. Request takeoff.
Too fast, too fast. Slow her down. Let's go to our TAD page, bring up our navigation map. Let's go to our wheel brakes. Wheel it a little bit, slower, slower. Alright. Let's wait for our number 2 guy to get over here. Oh. I think I took I kind of took a little short end onto the runway, but it's okay. We're not carrying any ordnance, so I don't need the whole damn runway to take off.
Hog 1-1. Magic pop-up group 028424 at 1,500. Flanking.
Alright, let's go ahead and roll.
1-1. Magic pop-up group
Full power.
028425 at
Hold the brakes.
1,500. Flanking.
And release. Oops. Easy does it, easy. As we pass 50 knots, there we go. Turn nose wheel steering off. Alright, keep her on the left side. At 150, we do our roll up. Okay, here we go. 10 degrees nose up. Gear up.
Let's come right to the next waypoint over the city of Batumi. It's a fairly large city with its own port. This also appears to be the objective of the Russians to the north.
Alright, so here's waypoint 2 to Batumi, as you can see right there on the HUD. Let's go ahead and get rid of the intercom right there. Gotta love the graphics on this game, I really do.
Pull up, pull up.
You can pull up. I'm up. High up. Let's see if we can zoom out. And there we go.
If you look down, this is the metropolis of Batumi. It's actually a really nice and scenic city. I hope to visit as a tourist after this whole mess is over. We'll keep heading north along the coast.
Sure, dude, if the Russians don't nuke us first. Alright. Go, moving to waypoint 3. Check ya.
Altitude, altitude.
Oh, shut up, bitchin' Betty.
Hog 1-1, Magic, pop-up group 006, 412 at 1,500, flanking.
So we got some fire over there. What's going on over there? We got some fighting already?
Magic, pop-up group 004, 411 at 1,500, flanking.
Here we have the smaller city of Chakva. This is the last major population area before we reach the front. This will also be a good IP for us. Let's head to the northeast.
You got it. Just on a side note right there, the waypoint indicator,
Pull up. Pull up.
the top numbers is our bearing. Like if I come a little bit this way, you can see it.
Pull up. Pull up.
Maybe not. There we go. Okay. 20, the number at the top is the degrees, how much we're off. The bottom is the miles. So we're 20 degrees off at 1.5 miles now. 10 degrees. Alright, so there we go.
Pull
There's
up.
the
Pull
waypoint.
up.
We're now over the eastern extent of our forces that are acting as a speed bump. Sorry, I mean blocking force. It's not much, but it's what the 7th Corps could muster up in a hurry. Just 15 clicks to the north of the Russians. Come west to the next stop.
Alright, coming west. 130 degrees for 3.5 miles. Yeah.
Pull up. Pull up.
I hope it doesn't come out. I mean, it's kind of stuttering for me a little bit. Still don't know how. I mean, I'm getting a pretty good frame rate.
Hog 1-1, Magic, pop-up
So I just
group
hope it doesn't show that in the
007,
video. Otherwise, this is going to look horrible.
1,500, flanking.
It's not smooth.
We've
I
now
don't know, maybe
reached
it's
the western
'cause-
end of our line. Most of our forces are a combination of M1s and Bradleys. The Russians are mostly T-72s and BMPs, butter for our gals. Let's swing south back to base.
So, as I was saying, maybe it's because I have the V-Sync turned off, so I'll try turning that on, and hopefully that'll make a difference, hopefully. I'll have to check the settings, too, to see what the FPS is for the actual game. Because this is pretty choppy, even by my standards. Then I'll have to lower the graphics settings down a wee bit. Here, we're almost at our waypoint.
Well, those are the highlights of our tour, sir. Contact ATC, and I'll see you back on the ground.
Yes, sir.
1-1.
Start getting our landing approach set up. I don't know what 1-1 means, but okay. I don't land this puppy whether you give me permission or not. You're down. Kind of overshot the runway pattern a little bit, but it's okay. I can turn turn in and get her straightened out. Shoot, I think I'm coming in too fast. $225.
Magic pop-up group 043 410 at
Oh yeah.
3000 knots.
It's gonna be a horrible landing. I'm coming in too fast. Oh dear Lord. Oh yeah, I botched that real good. Alright, let's try that again. Another A10 right out in front of me right there. Right, slow, slow, easy does it. There we go. Easy, easy, easy. And up. There we go. Good girl. Easy does it. Nice and slow. And down.
Hog 1-1, Magic pop-up group 029 411 at 2500 knots.
Okay, well that concludes this episode of Let's Play DCS A10. I'll see you all in the next one where hopefully we'll actually get to blow some shit up. Have a good one. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. This has been Shibby Swag, and I will see you all later.